Malo ni, pea whakaturo watu hou e ki pea moe kakai whanua koe polo kalama PMN Tonga ni malo e tau mau e ahoni. Now to sport, and England hosted Mate Ma'a Tonga in their first of three match series, which kicked off earlier this week with the final score 22-18 with English victory at Totally Wicked Stadium. Joining us right now is John Hopoate, who is very much part of the team, and he's been there since the beginning, actually. John, it's great to have you again on Polo Kalama. Fair, hake.
Say bear, Marlo. Thank you for getting me on board.
Malo pito John Mauwhanga Mairi, and we welcome you back. I know that this is such an exciting time for Tonga, but give us a little a background on this series, because this is quite a big deal that Tonga is playing against, the English.
Yeah, it's a massive deal. It's the first time anyone bar Australia, New Zealand, or France have toured England. And we are the first tier 2 nation to get the opportunity, and we took it with two hands when they asked us for this opportunity, and we said yes, and we're grateful to be over here and be part of history, to be the first tier 2 nation to take on the English.
That is fantastic. How would you describe the first match? And we were cheering, even though it was some early hours for us on this side of the world, and especially other people from around the world tuning in to the game. But tell us your observation of how the boys went, because that was a close game.
Yeah, very, very close game. We were very confident we would get a win. A lot of things didn't went against us. I personally think the ref robbed us a fair bit with the way he let them get away with slowing the play the ball down and then giving them 6 to go when we sort of did slow it down. Just a lot of things that would not have happened in the NRL or being refed by a referee from Australia happened, and there's nothing we could do. We can complain as much as we want, but we just got to get on with it, because we're not going to get any favours over here in England, especially with English refs.
Go yeah. And what's it been like to have some of the boys come back to the team? I mean, you've got the likes of Eden Whanua Blake, who's now captaining the team. You've got the coach, Christian Wolf, still very much part of the MMT family, and many others who have returned to be part of this MMT movement.
Yes, we've got Tyson Frizzell, who's played for Australia and New South Wales this year, and he's come back, and we've got a lot of young guys who first time joining us, and which is very exciting. We've got eight new players from last year's World Cup team to have come this year, and I think there's 4 or 5 debutants. So it's been really good. It's the younger squad, but as I said, we're very confident we can come away with the Test series win over here.
Tell us, how are they feeling right now after that first hit out with the English team? I see that even the Tongan community, some of the boys are catching up for some kawatonga and relaxing and catching up with the locals.
Yeah, well, boys are disappointed that we lost, but also know that we could have won that game. They didn't beat us; we lost it. We lost the game. We had a few there was like 5 or 6 Galatahi boys that came. They flew over to watch us play, and come back to the hotel and drank cover with the boys after the game, which was exciting. And also the Tongan community here again put on a feed for us after the game, and which they did to us last year in the World Cup. Every game they made us food and stuff and made us feel very welcome, and they've done it again this year. We're just grateful to have these supporters here to help us.
Those who are now based over in Europe, or in particular in the UK, just coming to do the Tongan thing of welcoming family, because it's awesome to see that they did that, as you mentioned, in the last World Cup, and great to see them do that again. Tell us about what this means for the boys, Sione, with having them put on the red jersey, because this is a big deal. I mean, over the weekend we've had Tonga A as well as the MMT women's teams represent, and we can see the emotions, the tears when they sing the anthem, and you can see the passion. Tell us, what are you sensing from some of the players? I did see a video actually, of them watching videos of their families, sending them well wishes. And I must admit, I was emotional too, just watching that as well. But tell us, what do you sense from the boys being part of this group?
Well, just the pride of being part of the Tongan team and representing their country. Look, a good example is Tyson Brazil, who's represented Australia in many test matches, but given the opportunity to wear the red jersey on the weekend, as you said, that video, it shows him crying when the family when they sent him back best wishes and giving him his best for his first game in the Tongan jersey, and he had a tear in his eye, which he didn't have when he played for Australia. And as he was over the moon that he was given the opportunity to play for Tonga. And like he represented the Australian side, and he was over the moon that he got picked for Australia, but he said he didn't feel the same that when he was asked to play for Tonga and was given his Tongan jersey. It felt a lot more meaningful for him to represent his Tongan side.
And I love the fact that some of the newbies, you guys still keep the tradition of even welcoming them the MMT way in the early days of your camp. What's it been like to welcome the boys? Because I guess they're coming from different clubs, and some of them are a bit more senior than others. Tell us about the feeling in the camp and reuniting or bringing them together.
Well, it's funny you say that, because today we had, because every day we have have our culture. One of the new boys have to get up and has to introduce himself in Tongan, where he's from, how old he is, and he's got us do it in Tongan. So all the young guys have been doing it, because a lot of them only speak English and rarely know a bit of Tongan. So, and that's part of our thing. We make them speak Tongan in our meetings, and one of them got up today and just said, I'm young, I haven't played first grade yet, but the way I was welcomed to this group, there's no one bigger than anyone. It doesn't matter how many first grade games you have played. The senior guys will hang with the young guys. There's no groups. Everyone just gets on. And there's no little groups. You just hang with your best friend. Everyone hangs with everyone, and that's what all of them have said. That they feel welcome. They never felt like an outsider. They felt part of the team from day one, because everyone just got on so well and welcomed them and made them feel really welcome to be part of our team.
Morning, Peter. John, this must be really exciting for you to know that the game is continuing to grow, something that you were part of in the beginning, with your son as well, being part of this MMT movement. How does that make you feel? You're a leaguey yourself, an athlete, and, to see the game grow like this. Tell us how you feel.
No, I feel moved. The guys and all the kids in Australia that are picked in the New South Wales system or Queensland system, they're all picking Tonga first before Australia. When you ask the kids who they want to play for, they want to play for Tonga before Australia. When I was growing up, I wanted to play for Australia because I was born in Tonga, turned 1 in New Zealand, turned 3 in Australia. But I grew up in Australia, and I always wanted to play for Australia, because when I played, there wasn't many Polynesians. There was only a couple of us Tongans who were playing when I was playing. So, our goal was to play for New Zealand or Australia, because Tonga wasn't really on the map. But to see these kids turn it around and putting us first is excellent. And as I said, when I first got involved as the coaching staff for Tonga, we had to wait till Australia and New Zealand picked their teams before we picked our team, because we had to wait till whoever didn't get picked for Tonga, New Zealand, then we picked them for us. When now they're picking us, they're putting themselves in picking us first before Australia and New Zealand. And look, I posted something about Samoa the other day, because they're sort of going through the same thing, but a lot of some of their boys that played for Samoa last year in the World Cup are playing for New Zealand now, and where our boys are picking us first, which is good for us, and we need Samoa to be good too, because then it helps us. Even though we want to win all the time, but it helps us because we got someone else there apart from Australia and New Zealand just dictating to us all the time, because we're the only good island team, so we need them to be strong as well.
Gosh, we've come a long way with the sport, but looking forward now to the next game number 2 with England. Please give us the details, and we'll try to work out the time for us here in different parts of the world, so we can be up watching with you all.
Yeah, well, we play at Huddersfield, so we play at 2:30 again, it'll be 2:30 New Zealand time in the morning, 2:30 a.m., 2:30 p.m. over here, but it'll be 2:30 a.m. and hopefully Sky take it on board this week and show it, because last week it was just people. I don't know how they got to watch it. I don't know how a lot of them got to watch the game.
Yes, online.
Online and people's links. But I hope Sky show it so that people in New Zealand get to watch, because Australia's showing it, but New Zealand isn't. So hopefully Sky learned something from last week about all the complaints that was happening of not them showing the game, that they decided to show this week's game. But if not, there'll be links out there for people to watch, but it will be at 2:30 in the morning New Zealand time.
Yeah, and what day from Mole over there, John?
It'll be playing a Saturday, so I think it's early Sunday morning for you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, well, don't worry. We will find a way to watch the game. And those who are listening or watching from Sky TV, please put the game on, because we guarantee you will definitely get a lot of viewership, because this is our team, MMT. But from us, John, ate ofa ki te koe Christian Wolf, pe pefo ke toi ngai timi, ma aloha pito si whakafofonga I a Tonga.
Thank you, and thank you for supporting us, and all the people back in New Zealand. Thank you for your support, your love, and all the messages that we get every day from fans sending their best wishes. The boys really enjoy it, and I know a lot of people ask for shout-outs. We're sorry we can't get all of them, because they get hundreds of shout-outs every day, not only from New Zealand, but from Australia and America as well. So if we don't get back to you, sorry, but the boys do try their best. And as I said, we do get hundreds of requests all the time, and we cannot get to all of them.
Well, we love your work, John. Get some rest, and much love to you and the team. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back very soon.